Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. And I need actually two. Nah, I'm all right. I was going to get something, but it's all good. Hey, Nicole, how are you? All right, everything's working. Okie dokie. All right. Okay. Good. I'm doing great, thanks. Just a little tired, but I'm all right. Had a long week and a long day, but all is good though. All is good. Thanks for asking. All is good. Guess not. Guess not. Get everything set up here. Let me get my link up here. Let me see. Okay. Copy. Right. All right. Ready to go. All right. That's there. Good to go. Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. It's $5 per question, and the PayPal link. I literally just put it up. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I always forget to put up my link. Everybody's like, Mark, where's your link? I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, I remember today. All right. Everything running good. Cool. Okay. Hey, Milk Tea, how you doing? All right. Milk Tea, this is your message. And it says, know thyself is the most important task you have. Know thyself it is the most important task you have. There you go. Self-love is the best love. Thanks, Nicole. I just got your donation. You can ask your question whenever you're ready. Self-love is the best. See. You're welcome, Mukti. Can you tell me if a Leo I like has romantic interest in dating me? All right, Nicole, let's check. Okay. All right. Okay, this Leo guy, this Leo person, he said, can you tell me if a Leo I like has romantic interest in dating me? All right. So what I see with this Leo is this Leo wants a new relationship. They want a new friendship. They want to date. They want to get out there and put themselves out there. I feel like this person is very smart. They have something to do with business, but they also are very tired. And they're mentally drained from their daily life. They might have a lot going on, or they might have a strenuous job, or they might just be a person who has a lot on their mind mentally and it's draining them. But in this month of October, I feel like he's interested in finding somebody to go on a date with. So if he knows you, right? Hey AJC, how you doing? If he actually knows you and has been talking to you, I feel like he looks at you as a person that he can be with. He looks at you as a new acquaintance, but he needs to find out more about you first. Hey MZ, how you doing? So Nicole, I would say that this month he'll be working on that. As far as a romantic date, I don't see a romantic date or interest, but I feel like he looks at you as a new possibility. You know, like he thinks that it can work, and he needs to find out more about you, obviously. You know, but the thing is you don't show up here in the reading. It's just about him. So if you've talked to this person and you've exchanged energy as far as talking to him and actually, you know, been in contact with the person, then I would say that they look at you as a new acquaintance and a new person. But if you haven't even talked to them and you just think they're interested in you, then I say that they have to find out more about you first. I've been good, been very busy. AJC, been very busy and tired, but I'm here. As far as a romantic interest, I don't see him like looking at you in a romantic way. I just feel like he looks at you as a new possibility, like a new acquaintance. You could possibly, you know, Okay, if you've been friends for a year, then I would say that he kind of looks at you as a person that is just an acquaintance, and that's pretty much it. As far as like a love interest, I don't really get that. I actually think that he's looking for somebody new. I mean, he looks at you in a good way, though. I mean, he wouldn't mind being with you in a relationship. I feel like, he looks at you as a good person, and it's very possible that this month things can get better between you and him. But I just don't see any like romantic things or like being in a serious relationship. I don't really see that. Like I'm not getting relationship cards here or relationship vibes. I just get that, he's looking at all his possibilities, all his acquaintances. Um, for instance, like he wants somebody that's going to devote themselves to him and not just like work all day and not have no time for him at all. You know what I mean? So, what I would say is, as far as him dating you and stuff like that, that's pretty much up to him. But he still looks at you in a good way. As far as dating and romance, I don't really see that. At least not this month. Hey MZ, thanks for the donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. Sure, Nicole. I just I would say just give it some time. If you've known each other for a while, which a year, that's pretty good. But um, he still looks at you in a good way. Looks at you as a good person. Like for instance, if you are like a mother, then he looks at you as a good mother to your children. If you're not a mother of children, then he looks at you as someone who can possibly be the mother of his children. Like he looks at you in a good way. Yeah. So like he probably says, hey, Nicole's a good mom. She's always dealing with her kids and things like that. Like he looks at you in that way, but not in a romantic way. Like I don't think that he wants to be in a relationship with you, and that could be the reason why. But I don't want to speculate too much, But those are the cards that I got. But he does. The main thing is he looks at you as a good person. All right. MZ, you said, can I expect any action from Rashidi the Aries in the month of October? Yeah, that's the main thing, I also think that like he has like that Leo, he has like new acquaintances, like new like women around him that he might like, say, let me see what these women are about. Let me find out what they're about first before I make any moves on anybody. I feel like he's a work focused type of guy. So yeah, friends is better than not having a friend at all, All right, MZ, what you can expect from him, and he even shows up here in the cards, Knight of Wands. What can you expect from him is he's trying to like travel or change his residence or trying to come towards you in some type of way. Um, I think that he's going to like he wants to try and like get to you or see you in some possible way very fast. I think he's going to be like talking to you more, texting you, calling you, whatever, any type of form of communication. So I feel like he will be communicating with you a lot more this month. The only thing is he just feels like he has like things around him is unfair. He has like people in his life who are, um, bringing him down, or he has to attend to these people. So that way, or attend to a person, could be like his mom or his daughter or something like that, or any type of woman that he attends to in a family sense. Um, Also, like I get that he's a little biased in his judgments, or like he doesn't want to be accused by anyone because of the way he lives his life or the way he deals with his life. Um, if he is going through a divorce, he's trying to get over that and break through. Or if he isn't going through a divorce, he's just trying to reach through all the barriers and obstacles to get to a better place for himself, in order for him to expand and get better and just go on that adventure that he wants to go on. Like he wants to move forward, but it's really up to him. Like he wants to go on this journey and find himself and be with you and try to get to you in some type of way. But the main thing for him this month is to try and travel or change the place he lives at. That's what I'm getting with Rashidi. But I do see a communication, a lot more communication. He might make some crazy decisions, last minute decisions where it could affect him in a good or bad way. But right now, he feels like things are unfair or not going his way. Well, if that's what you've been discussing, then that's where he wants to go. If you invited him to live with you, then that's where he wants to go. He wants to change his residence. He wants to get out of the place he's in now and move to uh obviously you, I guess, because we're talking about his actions towards you. So I would say he wants to come towards you. He wants to like live with you or travel to you and see you. That's his main objective. You didn't say yes. Well, that's where the unfairness or the uh, biasness comes from, I guess. He must be like, well, she ain't invited me, but I want to go there, but she didn't say I could live with her yet. But that's his intention. If you've discussed it, if you discuss travel and him, yeah. Well, that's his goal is to. I'm not saying that he's gonna change his residence and come to you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there is a change of residence for him. There is like a travel for him. He wants to get away. It could be with you because you're asking, obviously. What expect action from him. But that's what he wants to do. He wants to get away from where he is now. If that makes sense, then that's what he wants to do. Like he might, out of the blue, just say, "Hey, look, I need to get the hell away from where I am. I'm gonna come and see you. Is that okay?" And you might be like, "Well, I don't know. Make sure you do this, this, and this before you come here." But he's trying to release himself from where he is. Like he's trying to get away from the life he's living now. And if that means coming towards you, then that's what he wants to do. After all, today is the 1st of October. So, yeah, that's his intention, is to come and see you. he wants to come and see you, but he still doesn't know when or how he's going to go about it, you know, because he doesn't know how you feel. He doesn't know how you would feel. So I want you to ask yourself this. If he called you tonight and said, "Hey, look, I really want to come and see you. What do you think?" Like he might say that to you. I'm not saying tonight, but I'm just saying he might say that to you this month and say, "Hey, how would you feel if I come see you, MZ?" What would you say? Are you going to be like judgmental, biased? Are you going to be unfair? Are you going to say, "Yes, you can come and see me, no problem"? Or are you going to say, "What is your intentions? Why do you want to come see me? For what?" So he kind of, yeah, exactly. So like he doesn't know how you're going to take it or how you're going to react, because at the end of the reading, I get a woman that's reversed and doesn't really know if she would say yes or if she'll say no, or if, what's going to be the outcome of it. Or if he's leaving to come and see you, a woman might be mad, like his mom or somebody that he's taking care of, or somebody that he's around. Or it could be somebody that might say that to you. Okay. Hey, speak my truth. I'm good. Thanks. How are you? Yeah, so there you go, MZ. Like if you've made a slight suggestion of it, I think he's really looking into it. But if he's like the spur of the moment type of guy, then I think that it's going to be like a last minute decision where he's going to be like, "Okay, look, yeah, it could be somebody that doesn't approve of him coming to see you." Or on his end, could be a woman. Yeah. Yeah, I just said like another woman, like his mom. No, nobody of a like. If he has an ex-wife, then that'll be like the issue. You see what I mean? Like if he has kids. Like say if he has an ex-wife and he has kids, and he says, "Oh look, I'm going out of town for a week to go see somebody," bye. So the woman be like, "Where the hell you think you're going? You got to pay for this first, or do that first," like something like that, where there's a little bit of like biasness or stupidity or like some type of objective. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Oh, okay. Well, she might be kind of weird about him going to see, because I did get somebody that he divorced might be kind of maybe jealous, but it's not a big deal. It's just somebody that's like in the energy of jealousy or whatever, jealousness. Thanks. Speak my truth. You can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. You're welcome, MZ. No problem. Looks good for October. Looks like you might come and see. He actually showed up in the reading too. All right, speak my truth. Let's check. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Okay. Well, the energy I see here, speak my truth, is no, not really. Actually, not good cards at all. I got the Hangman reversed, Five of Wands, Strength reversed, Four of Cups reversed. So everything is reversed and not looking good. What I do get here is he's not willing to make the necessary effort to talk to you or to sacrifice his time to talk to you. Um, he's like he's losing his faith in his he's struggling. He's going through a lot of obstacles and he's fighting with somebody, with like a woman. So he's probably fighting with like baby mom or some type of person in it, some woman in his life. There's a lot of like competing for his time, trying to get his time. There's a lot of pettiness going on between him and somebody else. They're like there's just like a lack of faith and lack of adjustments. He could be feeling really he could be actually catering to somebody that's sick. So if there's somebody that's sick around him, he's trying to cater to him, and it's like kind of driving him crazy. And he's fighting with people around him, arguing, not physical fights, but he's going through some unsatisfying times right now. He wants to get things better, but yeah, I do see like a younger person here. So it's kind of yeah. He's dealing with a sick person, and he's obviously his daughter. Yeah, yeah, that's sad. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. So that's why he's not really, paying you any attention or paying you any mind or talking to you, because that's his number one priority right now. So in the next couple of days and weeks, he's still going to be dealing with his daughter and dealing with the issues that he has. Well, that is something that is gonna happen. It all depends on his daughter, how they deal with it. Hey, Marcia, how you doing? To be honest, I don't see him communicating more. I think he's just telling you that just to keep you happy, but he isn't gonna like make any effort because he's going through so much like shit he can't really handle two things at once, you know? So I'm sorry to hear that, Marcia. Sorry to hear that. It's a sad way to go. My condolences to you, Marcia. But speak my truth, I don't see anything happening here. And the more you pressure him, the more he might like shrug you off and tell you, look, just leave me alone and like I want to end this shit. That's what he might tell you. So if you were to pressure him or demand anything from him, he's gonna tell you, look, this isn't working. Don't be telling me like you want more communication. I'm dealing with my baby. I'm dealing with my life. I just can't do both. So if you can't understand that or you can't be patient, then goodbye. Like it might get to that point where he might tell you, I'm done with this. So if you pressure or if you anticipate too much from him, then he might tell you, I'm done. I'm had enough. I can't deal with this. Because he's going through too much with his own life. I also feel like the mother of his child is giving him a hard time. you know? Like she might be demanding too much of him. And then if you start, then he's gonna like end up telling you, I'm had enough. I just think he's got too much going on, like I always see. I mean, it makes more sense now that the baby's sick. That's what he's probably focusing on, but he's having a lot of trouble in his friendships and, his baby mama relationships and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't look good. I wish I had better news for you, but I just don't see it getting any better. I just see like it's a constant struggle for him. So if you were to pressure him, I think he'll tell you, leave me alone and goodbye. So if you want to hold on to him in some type of way, in any way, I would say leave him alone for now. At the end of the day, put yourself in his shoes. I would say. I'm not trying to defend him or anything like that. Hey, Jesse Woo, what's up? How you been? You're welcome to speak my truth. I hope it gets better, for his daughter. I guess what I would suggest to you is to pray for his daughter and pray for him that things get better, so that way things get better for you. At the end of the day, I always tell a lot of people that are in relationships with people who have kids that you have to realize that some people's kids come before you. So if you're understanding of that, then cool. If you're not, then you shouldn't be with anybody that has kids. I know it's kind of harsh. I know that kind of sounds harsh, but that's some people got to understand that the kids come first. That's how I would feel too. So that's just my opinion on that. You've been dandy? Yeah, I've been dandy myself. Been dandy. I've been busy, tired, but I'm here. No, not yet. I saved Pisces for tomorrow. It's not Pisces season yet. Pisces are a pain in the ass. Yeah, for you it is. Not for me. I don't want no Pisces season around me. Honestly, I don't have anything like against Pisces women. I've only known one Pisces woman to aggravate the shit out of me. She lied so many times that I just couldn't deal with her. I don't like her that much, and obviously I don't speak to her anymore, but she was a compulsive liar too. And Pisces, man, you won't even go there because it was weird. I dealt with 3 Pisces guys this year in the work sector, and all 3 were exactly the same. They all had personal issues. They bring it to work. They failed at their jobs, doing their jobs, and they allowed their personal life to ruin their professional. Well, I wouldn't even say professional because none of them are professional. They're a bunch of idiots that allowed their personal life to interfere with their work life. And my suggestion to anybody in the world is never to do that. I know it's hard, but never bring your personal problems to work, especially if you own your own business and you are a business owner. Because people start to look at you like, yeah, I need to get away from this person because All they do is talk to me about their life, and I need them to focus on work. After work or at lunch, you can talk about that shit. But these three Pisces guys, I no longer want to associate with them because they're such idiots. They're like drama queens, man. Never seen anything like. Yes, I know, Marcia. Now I have two Pisces here. See you and Jesse. I know a few Pisces women. They're pretty cool. I used to date a Pisces girl. She was really nice. And I started to date another one, but she was dating three guys at the same time. Stupid weirdo. Hey, Sonny, how you doing? Yeah, I know you're nice, especially when you sleep. That's the nicest you ever be. Pisces women are the best. Oh God, I don't know about that. I'm doing good. All's good in the hood. Hey, Marcia, your auntie that passed away, your aunt that passed away, was she heavy set? Hmm. Like, does she live like in like an apartment or like a small room? Like I see this lady, like she's trying to like come to me. Ever since you said, anytime anybody comes in here and tells me somebody passed away, like they or like I get like an automatic download. It says, "Hey, look at me." Yeah, it's like a small apartment, and like I see this woman in a room, and she's sitting down and she's coughing, and I don't know if she smokes cigarettes, but like I see her smoking, and she didn't look too good at all. She kind of has like a no care attitude too. She's like, yeah, whatever. She's like, look, I don't really give a shit. Like she has no remorse or like she doesn't really have nothing to say. Like she's just like saying, I did what I did and that was it. That's makes sense then. Because she's kind of like, I don't give a shit. Like I have nothing to say to you. You know? Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a nicer person, but I don't think she's that nice. She's kind of like, fuck you, I don't care. You know? Wow. Yeah, that's not good. And there's actually nobody in spirit around her either. It's like she almost doesn't want anybody around her, like she was a loner, or like she just like Jesse, stop your noise. But it's almost like she doesn't care about anybody but herself. It's kind of sad. Hmm. That's my dog in the background, by the way. She likes to be on YouTube. No, I didn't. It's my dog. Stop it. Even if I did, it's my problem. My dad had 10 brothers and sisters. They had a traumatic upbringing. Damn. 10 brothers and sisters? Holy shit. Oh, okay. Like, I don't really see anybody around her. I kind of think that she just wants to be by herself for now. But I think she's like right back. Like, I see her in like this room all by herself. And she's kind of like don't even want to speak to me. But she appeared, I saw her. Usually anybody who says they had somebody pass away up, I it just automatically I pick it up. It's just the way of life. But she's a not a pleasant person right now, which that's fine. I'm not expecting everybody to be happy go lucky and just be nice and whatever. That's not gonna happen. Anyone out there for you? Yeah, right here. Look. Yeah, that's sad. I have a mediumship story about somebody who hung themselves. It was a friend of mine. I barely see her on here or on Instagram anymore. She had a boyfriend that was a drug addict, and he hung himself. And he actually took me through the whole process of him doing it. And I asked him not to show me, but he was very persistent because he wanted me to uh, tell his girlfriend that I was reading for how he went about doing it and why he did it and how he regretted it afterwards. But he actually showed me the whole thing from start to finish. It's not good. I still like have that situation and that reading in my mind many times. It's not good, but it's a part of life. People do it every day. Unfortunately, people commit suicide and take their own life. I don't encourage anybody to do that at all. That's the worst thing you can do. But people do it every day, unfortunately. Mm. I remember one time I was on here. It was about maybe like way back when I first started. My thing was like one of my very first mediumship sessions by myself on here. The video is on here somewhere, and I did like I think 5 or 6 mediumship readings in a row, and they were all suicide readings, all people who had took their own life, all by different ways. That pretty much affected me that time, but I got over it. I don't let it get to me too much. I kind of like try to erase it out of my mind, but some of it's actually pretty bad. But like if the person like regrets it, or they like they feel bad about what they did to the person or people involved, that's different to me. Whereas this, your aunt, she doesn't care. Like she's like, yeah, I took my life. I don't give a shit. Like leave me alone. I don't give a fuck what you think, and go to hell. That's the type of vibe I get from her. But some people are like, hey, look, tell this person, Mark, that I didn't really want to do it, but this, and the other. Then it gets emotional, and then it gets out of hand, and some people can't handle it, and then it affects everyone. Unfortunately, there's something that's guaranteed in life. After you're born, death is your only guarantee. As fast as you're born, as fast you can die. That is a guarantee. You will die eventually. Yeah. It's one thing I'm glad I never dealt with. It's fucking crazy drugs. I know people do, but it was never for me. Saw it every day growing up. It was in my neighborhood every day. Just say yes. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say I was scared. I just saw too many of my friends pass away or like in delusional states. So I didn't really, I smoked weed for years, but I don't consider weed a drug. Heroin, coke, crack, those are drugs. Meth, that's all drugs. But marijuana to me is not a drug. And so another thing I say when I talk about these things is, you could smoke a lot of weed and no, I'm getting to that, Jesse, if you let me elaborate. You can smoke one joint a day, right? But you can have like a couple pulls here and there, and you don't get all fucked up, right? You don't overdo it. Everything has a limit. But if you tear the ass out of it and you abuse whatever, you're gonna get sick. So if you smoke too many cigarettes, you're gonna get sick. You smoke too much weed, you're gonna get too high, you're gonna get sick. You drink too much alcohol, you might end up in the hospital or kill yourself, or killing somebody or killing yourself, right? So it's not those things' fault. It's your fault for abusing. So that's why I don't consider marijuana a drug. I just consider it something that people use so they can feel good. Just like alcohol. Sometimes alcohol makes you violent. Sometimes alcohol makes you, mellow and go sleep. Oh yeah, definitely. People don't really die from weed, so not that I know of, unless they smoke so much weed that they, you know, got stupid and fell off something. But it never affected me like that. I smoked cigarettes, I smoked weed, and I drank for many years. And for the past 5 years, I haven't done any of it. And I probably won't ever again because that's my decision. Jesse, weed isn't a drug. A drug is man made. Weed isn't man made. Weed's a plant. But we can discuss that all day. That's your opinion and this is mine. So, it's all good. Yeah, it's legal a lot of places, not here though. It'll never be legal in Bermuda. Fuck that. If it was legal here, everybody would be zombies and nobody will be working. It'll be worse than what it is. I don't really care if it gets legalized here or not because I'm not doing it anymore. I don't consider it a bad thing. I just made a choice not to deal with it anymore. In order for me to do readings and keep up with my life at this age, I'd rather not do it. Yeah, of course, cocaine is a drug. Cocaine is man made. They make it. It's also a plant. Yes, I know, but they add things to it. What did they add to coke? Do I really have to have this discussion with you about what is a drug and what isn't? Huh? You really gonna try and tell me about drugs? Really? Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Well, Sonny, that's okay. If you want to do that, then that's cool. Well, once again, mushrooms are also, they put things in it. It's just like weed. You can sell somebody weed that's laced, so then it becomes a man-made, you know, drug to that person. But I think people tear the ass out of, what is and what isn't. But it is whatever you want it to be. But to me, alcohol is the worst. Alcohol and heroin. I've seen heroin take my friend's life, and it took his life very quick, and it hurts. It hurt me to see him like shrivel up like a prune and just like die quick. That was just a crazy situation. Because years ago, we didn't really like in Bermuda. There was like everybody smoked weed, and there was like the cokeheads here and there, but there wasn't no like heroin or meth or anything like that around here. You weren't getting that shit. You get beat up for doing that stuff. It wasn't no serious drug problem here. But then when heroin got introduced here, it killed a lot of people. It fucked a lot of people up. And unfortunately, one of my good friends did it, and he died within a couple months. Yeah, shrooms. People do a lot of crazy things to get high. People sniff, glue. People fucking, sniff aerosol cans, Lysol. People are fucking whack. People do a lot of dumb shit. So, that's not me. I've never been one of those people that want to do that type of shit. Smoking weed was good enough. Yeah, I sniff gasoline when it goes into my vehicle. And I get a little whiff here and there. Damn, Jesse. Yeah. But hey, a lot of people, do it and don't care. It's just life. Fentanyl is a new killer. I've never heard of that in my life, to be honest. I think Marcia said that earlier. Okay, Marcia. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. That shows you how like out of whack I am with drugs and shit. I don't really, that's something that I don't. No, I never heard of it, to be honest. I'm not really like into all that type of looking at drugs and shit like that. I don't really care for that shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like I said, I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit in front of a TV and watch news and care about what drugs people are doing. Like I don't give a shit about that stuff. But today I learned something new. You know, you don't watch the news, I know, but you know about that though because of the place you live in. See, here in Bermuda, we don't deal with all that stupid shit. See, we only have a couple. We only have a couple thousand people here, so we have 65,000 people here. No, I've never heard of anybody dying from that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never heard of anybody dying from that in Bermuda. No one says, "Hey, did you heard about so and so? They died from fentanyl." I don't even know how to say it. I guess that's how you say it. Oh, okay, it's a prescription drug that people decided to turn into a street drug. See, there you go. See, I don't know nothing about that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, see, nobody dies of that in Bermuda, so I've never heard of that before. See, here we don't really deal with those type of shit. A lot of people in Bermuda smoke weed. Like that's all we. That's I would say like you know most people here all they do is smoke weed and drink. There's not many cokeheads and crackheads here. There's a few here and there. You know, I wouldn't say a few, but maybe like a good bit. But it's not a big thing because people here just like to smoke weed and drink. They're not really like crackheads and cokeheads everywhere. You don't really hear of it too much. And if another person from Bermuda was here listening to me, they'd be like, "Yeah, I know, Mark, you're right." Oh, so that's why. See, you work at the ER, so they come in all the time. See, that sucks. But that's why, see, this is what I try and tell people. I didn't think I was going to have this conversation today, but, you know, uh, people put out these drugs to kill people. It's their way of, getting rid of the population. It's another way of getting rid of too many people. But see what the people, when the government and people that make these drugs don't realize is this: for every person that they're killing, there's another person being born. So it all works out to where you're not really losing a significant amount of people, but a significant amount of people are being born. But they're so dumb that they just don't see it. And people die and are born every day, tons. So it's like trying to control the population is, to me, is like almost impossible. It's almost impossible. There's too many damn people. You can get rid of people all you want. More people are going to be born the same time. That's just my opinion, by the way. I'm not no philosopher or scientist or statistics like analysts. That's just my opinion. And if you work in the ER, how many people are born every day at the hospital? And how many people die at the hospital every day? I guess a person at the hospital would know. Yeah, see? I had this conversation at dinner today about disliking people, but it was on another subject, which I don't want to discuss in here because people get hissy fit when they talk about that. But this world is going crazy. A lot of people are off their head. There's a lot of bad things going on in this world, unfortunately. A lot of crazy people. A lot of crazy people. It really saddens me that people are fighting over what gender you are. That's like the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Out of all the years of being in this world, this year has been one of the years where I'm saying to myself, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's something that really bothers me, really annoys me. How people want to change who they are. Change who you are, and you can still be, a guy or a girl. You don't have to change to be the other thing. It just doesn't make any sense. But that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. But that's something I'll never understand. I'll tell you one thing, hell, if hell exists, it's going to be very full very soon. And it's getting fuller and fuller every day. There's going to be more people going to hell than going to heaven. I say that because that's my opinion. Because this world's out of their damn mind. A lot of people are going crazy. Look, we just finished discussing, we just finished discussing this about how there's a new, this drug is killing people every day. Gay hoods? I don't know. Well, if you read the Bible says they will. What I think is what I think, but the Bible says they will. Whether or not you believe in the Bible or believe in that's up to you. The Bible says they are. So if the Bible says they are, I guess they are. So if you believe in God, then that's what you then that's your answer. It's not for me to say. Like I tell people all the time, there's good and bad in everyone and everything in every situation. So I always tell people there's good psychics, bad psychics. There's good white people, bad white people. Good black people, bad black people. Good Portuguese people, bad Portuguese people. There's good gay people. There's bad gay people. There's good and bad in everything and in everyone. It's what path you choose. It's how you want to feel, how you want to live your life. That's my opinion, So that's why when people, point out a certain, thing and say all these type of people are bad. That's not true. Yeah. I wouldn't say that, but that's up to them. I don't I was watching this. I don't really want to talk about all that stuff on here, but hey, Mike, how you doing? I saw this preacher guy on TikTok, and he says there's no such thing as a gay Christian. There's no such thing as a certain type of Christian, like a black Christian or a white Christian. You're just a person of faith, a person that's supposed to have your worship in God and do what he wants you to do. I don't know his name. It's a black preacher guy. I actually listen to him because he's actually pretty smart. He says a lot of things that I believe in. Yeah, but that's what he believes in, Jesse. This is all about opinions. This world is all about opinions. Everybody has their own opinions, their own preferences, their own ways, their own judgments, their own religions, their own races, and people can't accept that. People can't accept that people have an opinion, and if their opinion doesn't line up with theirs, then they turn into a little biatch, and they act like the whole world's gonna end because you don't believe what I believe in. If we all believed in the same thing, it'd be boring probably, or somebody's gonna end up changing your mind. No, but God is not hateful. God has his ways. He's another. God has ways that we want to follow, that he wants us to follow. So per se, what people say. But everything is a preference. I've been preaching preferences for all my life. I've been telling people, look, my preference is this. Oh, but why? Everything is why. It's not about why, it's about what I want. And if you ain't gonna change my mind what I want or what I think about, and that's just it. And I can't change your mind. I can try, but it's up to you to still do what you want to do. Exactly. Your preference is weenie. And that's okay. Right? It's just not mine. That's sad for you. Marcia, are you here? Thanks for the donation, and I'll answer your question. Anyway, that's my dog snoring in the background. She just loves doing that, you know. But I'll talk about anything, but a lot of things, a lot of subjects people talk about now are very touchy, very like people look at people different because they have different perspectives or they have different, outlooks on life. What I think right now, to be honest, in 2022 right now, October 1st, today, my opinion is this. It is what it is, and I don't give a shit what you do or what you believe in. And you shouldn't give a shit about what I believe in and what I do and what I say. If you believe in something, you believe in something. That's it. There's a lot of people on social media that are trying to get people to not believe in God and Jesus, believe in this and believe in that. So if you like, believe in something, then believe in it. If that's what you believe in, go for it. I'm not going to try and change your mind on what you want to believe in or what your preference is. I really could care less. Sure, Mike. MZ. Yes, I do. Yeah, I can do that. I'll pretty much answer questions, but people have to understand that things change, life changes, things, may not be the same time frame. I can't guarantee you anything. But I was sure as hell try. All right, Marcia. Absolutely. Mm. Okay, Marcia, what I got here is his intentions on Thursday were is because he's like going through a lot with that person, and he wanted to know what's the deal. He feels like he's a traitor, he's a deceiver, he's a person who tricks people. Thanks, Mike. Excuse me. He's trying to escape his mentality, like his mind. So in order to ease his mind, right? In order to ease his mind, he needs to find out information. He needs to find out something, because if he's lying and deceiving people all the time, then they don't want nobody to do that to them. See, a liar never has proof, right? So he has no proof, and his lies have no proof, and he wants to have proof of someone that's doing something to him, or somebody that has intentions towards him, or something information that he wants to find out. So right now, he's things aren't going his way. He's having bad luck with the women in his life, the people in his life, and there's a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of troubled relationships that he's going through. So he's mentally drained from not knowing things and knowing things and not saying anything or keeping it, to himself. He's trying to actually seclude himself from other people temporarily. He doesn't really want to be in the public eye, but when he does, he feels like he has to know information or get information from someone. You know? And I think that he's having a lot of difficulties right now in his life, which he should because of all the stupid shit that he does. I also get that, like the person that you asked about, Janine, I think that things aren't going very good between him and her. Yeah, see. But I get that him and Janine aren't together. And I think like things are going south with them. It's not going good with them at all. Things are not good at all with them between them. That's what I get. Yeah, Jesse's crazy 24/7. That's why we have to take care of Jessie. She's one of those people that are in our special program. But he's trying to have an opportunity to find out something and he can't. Like he's being like he feels like he's having bad luck now for all his he feels like he's getting karma for all his shit. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. See, he lies so much to you, to Janine, and to everyone that she has to find out if he's lying himself because he's such a good liar that she has to come around your section to see if he's talking to somebody else. And because she knows that it's actually, she's actually saying, I can't deal with this shit. So she's on the sideline right now, I feel, from looking at the cards. Looks like she's not really dealing with him at the moment. Like it's up and down because she knows he's tricking her into doing what she doesn't want to do. So there's a lot of up and down energy here between those two. And that's why he was trying to find that information from you. He's mentally drained. He lost weight. Yeah. Well, he's definitely losing his mind and his weight. Yeah. He doesn't look too good. He doesn't seem like he's doing good at all. Hey, well, let him get karma. Yeah. See, the women that are in his life are making him feel uncertain, weak, and possibly falling into a mental state where he's like, I can't deal with this anymore. Yeah, karma will kill you. That's one good thing. A lot of people, I don't wish karma. Well, I can't say I don't wish karma on people, but when we get mad, we kind of say certain things, obviously, but karma is inevitable. Karma is going to happen no matter what. And people deserve it for what they do to other people. So, like my mom says, and I say it a million times, you pay here before you go. And if you don't know where you're going to pay. Yeah, shout out to karma. I love karma. Me and my friend used to say Carmela. Carmela will get you. You love her too? Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, there you go. He's living the young and the restless life. Mike, thanks for the donation, bro. You can ask your question when you're ready. Oh, that's why he's the way he is, Marcia. All right, Mike, you say, my wife and I have been split for 3 months. We've been communicating back together over a month. We have talked about reuniting this month, October, and her coming back. Do you see her back this month? Okay. All right. Sorry to hear that, Mike. This is probably why I'm not going to get married. Well, my intention is not to. Hopefully somebody's daughter would love me. It's none of your business, Jesse. Mm. Okay. We have kids that are split up. There's reasons why she left, and I know why. Okay. All right, Mike. I honestly, I don't see like her coming back this month. I still think that she's still trying to deal with the sadness and the mental anguish that she deals with. And hey, Nina, how are you? Hey, Nia. I still think that she has an uncertain outlook on the whole situation. Like I don't see her like wanting to come back and like make peace and be cool and like everything back to normal. Like I feel like she tells you that, but whether or not she does it this month, I don't see that happening. But uh, if you have a daughter, I think the daughter feels like this whole thing is unrealistic, or it's not. It's like the daughter, maybe your daughter or one of your younger children have like a like a rebelliousness about them where they don't want like things to go back to normal, or if they do go back to normal, like I think there's an influence of one of the kids in the situation, right? But I think that because she because she's the one that's feels like she's the trouble and she's the disappointment. I feel like she can't live with that. Like she feels like if I go back to Mike, he's probably gonna still treat me, like the reason why I left, and it's gonna be like a back and forth thing where she's probably gonna feel like she's, wasting her time, wasting yours, or it's just that she knows that like losing everything to her will mean more than that, than marriage and things like that. She's afraid to lose a lot, and she's also like slowly trying to change her ways in life or change her whole aspect on everything. But as far as her coming back this month, I don't see that happening. Now, next month looks like she'll possibly come to you. Like it looks better next month, not this month. This month there's like a an interference with her coming back 100%. But next month it looks like it's more of a possibility. All right? And I think that the kids are going to be happy when they know that she's going to come back or know that you guys are going to be together. Now, if you have, I've seen 3 different kids here or 2 different kids. So, or there is kids involved. I know that. You said that, right? Because where did you say that to? Rough because we have kids, yeah. Yeah, 3 with you, yeah. Two with her, 1 with me. Right. Okay. Now, I feel like if you have a daughter, then I feel like the youngest daughter or the daughter, if you have 1 daughter, right? If you have a daughter, I feel like she's being affected more than the rest. Because I get a young woman, like a young girl, a young baby, like a young, not a baby, but like uh, a young girl. Yeah, yeah. So I get a young daughter that's very upset that you guys are split up, but the other two kids that are with your your wife, I think they're convincing her to go back to you. And like once she goes back next month, I feel like everybody's gonna be happy. But your daughter has like this feeling about her. I feel like she's got like, yeah, they want to come home. I feel like once they know they're coming next month, and I feel like honestly I feel like your wife is has since I feel like she's being understanding. Yeah, exactly. Um, I think that they're willing to, even if she doesn't come back 100%. I feel like the kids want to be, yeah, yeah. Sorry to hear that, Mike, man. Um, the only thing I can suggest to you is um allow her to like try to be herself again. You know, I know that's a difficult situation. I know kids are involved, and that's shitty. I don't, I hate that. But well, Mike, time frames are time frames. But like this can, I'll tell you this. If she does come back this month, it won't be good until November. So there is a possibility of her coming back this month, right? But it won't get better until next month, where everybody feels, back together again, back normal again. So just give it time, and just allow her to come on her own. And just like the kids are influencing the whole situation. I see. I just feel like your daughter is the one that's with you, is really feeling the blows, you know? Right. Yeah. Like she really feels she disappointed you and the family. Like she feels very disappointed. Um, yeah. I feel like she's being very I feel like your daughter's being affected more than anything, Mike, to be honest. And just be there for her as much as you can, bro. I hate when the kids are, involved in things like that. There's not their fault. But I know that you're trying your best. I honestly sincerely feel like um things will get better in the month of November. You know, even if even if you all come together this month, it's only the first today. So even if you guys come together this month, it will get better in November. So that's still good. I got great cards for November and everybody being together. So yeah. And that's great, Mike. I'm glad you're telling her that. Keep telling her that. But keep the pressure off of her and just let her naturally come back and try and help her as much as you can. I know that's a very difficult situation, and I wish you the best. And I really, hey Jada, how you been? I don't know if I said hey to you. I just saw your name up there, but man, it breaks my heart to hear that, man. That's sad, but yeah, I know. I'm doing good, sweetie. Thanks. Yeah, yeah. 10 years is a long time, man. And sometimes I always tell people, every marriage, every relationship, every friendship has problems. Yeah, I honestly, Mike, November looks like a better month. You know, no, November looks like a better month for you guys. But what happens after that is like I would suggest you just allow it to happen. But I do see this month being up and down, but next month we'll get way better. I got really good cards for next month. But like I said, Mike, things change and things um it all depends on you too, Mike. It all depends on you too, bro. You have to hold it down, hold the fort down, be yourself, be the supportive husband. You know, um, when you get married, I always feel like, you gotta be there for the person you love, no matter how what it takes. Yeah, mediumship is not like a regular question that I do, you know. Mediumship, like I'd rather do mediumship. I mean, I can do it on here if you want me to, but that's something that is on another level. Something that I do more of a private situation. But if you want me to look into something briefly, mediumship wise, I can. All right, I got a few donations, and I'm gonna get to everybody. Um, okay. Um, past misuse. Okay, Mike. Um, Nia, yes, you can go ahead and ask your question. You're next. Myra. All right, you want to know how the next 3 months will go for you. All right. Yeah, I can check that out for you, Mike. All right, bro, no problem. Okay. Nia, Naira, what I got for you for the next 3 months is this month looks like it's going to be a uncertain month for you. Like you feel like you've lost things, like you feel weak, you might feel uncertain. You might also feel like you need to get rid of certain friends in your life, or if you have gotten rid of certain friends in your life, then that's something that you had to do, or it's just it was a part of this month, was a part of something you had to go through. Now, if there's somebody who um, has seduced you in some type of way, get rid of them, and obviously you might have gotten rid of them, and you're still thinking about it this month. Now, if you've buried somebody or somebody has passed away, um, you might be thinking about that person this month and wondering exactly how you're going to get over it, or wondering how things are now because of that situation. Or if you do get rid of somebody as a friend, how is the rest of it going to unfold? Right? So this month still looks uncertain for you, and it still looks like you don't know if you're taking a chance. If you do take a chance, if you're gonna lose, are you gonna, feel like you're defeated, or you don't know where you're gonna go this month still. It's also the first today. So yeah. So I feel like this month is a month where, you know, once you get out of that, you'll be fine. November looks good for you. It looks like you're going to be admired by people, by other people and stuff. Yeah, that's good. And I think that once you do that, let me tell you something from experience. Once you get rid of the toxic people in your life and absolutely cut them off and cut the cords with them, and I know certain psychics say cutting cords. I can, tell you about cutting cords in a good way. Um, Once you start cutting these people out and thinking about your change in your career, you're going to feel like everybody is focusing more on what you want. And I feel like people are going to admire you. The more hard work you put in, the more rewards you're going to get. All right. So put your mind to everything. It's going to be a game changer for you next month. I feel like once you make the changes, things will be better, and you'll have the capability to do things, and you'll win. You'll have success. You just got to put in the hard work. I feel like you're going to be recognized at your job or in your career. Like they'll say, look, this is a good person. Naira really knows what she's doing. She's reliable. She's this, she's that. Now, even though you're breaking up and you're moving on, you still might, get looks from from people. People might, a guy, if you're into guys or whatever, guys will be looking at you saying, oh damn, hey, how you doing? Oh, you're free and single. Don't be surprised when you get you know guys trying to ask you out on a date, and they will be admiring you. I think that their eyes will be on you. All right. November looks good. Now December looks like you're continuing to put in the effort, and you're also discontinuing and dealing with past things and past plans. Try not to be shy. If you're a shy person, try not to be. Try to like take the shyness out and do what you have to do. You've come this far. There's no reason to be shy, right? Once you abandon all the past things, then everything will come to you naturally after that. You'll start getting good karma, good things coming your way. Just know that you have to get rid of the past in order to move on in the future. So December looks like you're going to be, sitting there looking at your previous plans and saying to yourself, thank God I didn't do that shit no more. Or thank God I made new plans. Or thank God everything's going my way now. But I still feel like it's going to play a toll on your mind. And you're mentally going to be drained about how you've changed in these last 2 months. And by the end of the year, you're going to have new plans, wishes. You're going to persevere in everything that you need to do. Just try not to be uncertain about all your efforts. So whatever you put your effort into, just stick to it. Just keep putting in the effort. Don't just put in the effort and say, oh, I'm here and now I don't have to do anything. Like, stick to it. Make it constant. Make it consistent. And you should be fine. All right? But there's ups and downs. So there you go. Okay. Yeah. And you'll get it if you put in the work. If you continue to put in the work, well, that's what I'm saying. You got to get over that. You got to get over that guy that hurt you. Get over all the plans you made with him and say, fuck it, I'm done. Now it's time for me to go in the right direction. It's not the end of the world, a lot of people hurt each other and hurt, relationships hurt, people are going through hurt all day, every day. Just write down the good things that you have in your life. You're welcome. And thank you too. All right. MZ, you are next. I got MZ. I got Jada and Mike. MZ, Jada, and Mike. All right. You're always next. Next to last. All right, no problem, Mike. Sure, Marcia, no problem, sweetie. Now, MZ, I don't really do long ass time frames like that, and you're asking me 2 questions. So I'm going to rephrase that question in my mind and I'll answer it for you. All right. Well, in the next 2 years, even though I don't really look that far, but I don't see marriage in the next 2 years. All right. And the reason for that is The reason for that is you expect the difficulties, you expect the tribulation, the anticipation. You're anticipating it too much. And there could be people from your past that influence you to go back to the past, to give them another chance, to deal with them. And when they return into your life and they reunite with you, you get hopeful, you get favorable, and you feel like things are going to be new when it really doesn't, and it turns back to shit again. And these have to, this has to change on your end, right? The cards are also saying you gotta like take a pause and take like, discipline yourself, stop being, dealing with, deceptive people and broke guys and people who, fear, you fear being around them financially, because if a lot of people get married for the wrong reasons. And some people, they have a preference. They say, well, if I get married, I want my man to have a nice job and he can, take care of me and be my sugar dad. Now, if you have that, I'm not saying you have that mentality, right? Yeah, don't go back to the past. Going back to the past brings you no future. A lot of people are too stuck on their past. I was like that at one point. And once I got rid of my past, everything started going better for me. Not saying that it goes better for everybody, but I suggest not dealing with it. And you got to start dealing with people that are generous, are good. I feel like you get caught up with the wrong people and the wrong guys. So I do feel like the past guys come back into your life and you give them another chance. Try not to do that, because then that's like blocking you from getting to the real person, to the real, situation. Yeah, don't go back to the past. Don't go on dating sites either. Sometimes we have to give up trying to find somebody and let them find you. I'm one to talk. Like I always, I would love to get married and have kids and have a great, wonderful marriage and life and healthy kids and have a great life and all that wonderful shit. But in this day and age, it's very hard because most people are corrupted by social media, movies, and what everybody else says. So anytime in the next 2 years, MZ, work on yourself. As of today, you should be working on yourself and not giving the old past people the time of day. That's the issue here. You're giving the wrong guys the time of day, the ones from the past, the ones that you hope to reunite with, the ones you hope to be with. Like those are not the right ones. Those are the ones who are getting in the way of, finding the right situation. But the thing is the more we anticipate and want those things, the worse it's going to get. So if you let go and let God deal with it and just allow yourself to be pursued, then that's better, but not by the past. So if you said I shouldn't date a broke guy, but I should not have expectations of money for a future guy. Yeah, I'm saying that's if you are dating broke guys, then that's probably one of the reasons why you can't find a husband, because how are they going to afford to get married? How are they going to afford to put you somewhere decent or work together with you if you're the one doing all the work? So the expectations, you should not have expectations at all. Yeah, that's what I meant. Definitely not having expectations for money. The only women that should be dealing with men for money are hoes and strippers, because that's what they rely on, is rich guys to give them money. But when you get married, you shouldn't have to worry about that. So you should not have expectations of money for a future guy. Try to look at the guy for who he is, what he does, and how he treats you, not for what he has. You know? Right. See, you can expect the guy to be financially stable, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know? Obviously, everybody wants to date somebody and be with somebody, you know. Right, exactly. So if the past guys that you've been dating are those type of ones, then that's telling you that those are the wrong ones. Because they can't provide. They can't give you what you want. So if you expect that, then your preference has to be met, right? That's the thing. I've been single for a while, and it's been very nice being single. I don't have to deal with no bullshit. I'm not saying everybody has to do what I do to feel happy, but to be honest, it's nice being single and doing what I want, and not having somebody that's toxic around me, treating me like some sugar daddy or some piece of shit that they found off the street. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like I've done my searching. This is how I feel right now as far as relationships. I feel like I feel like I've tried my best to be, the right guy for the woman that's in my current life, but that woman's not trying to be her best for me. She's just making me do all the work, and I can't handle that. We have to meet each other halfway. We have to do 100% for each other, and that's the biggest problem I have when I meet somebody or deal with a woman, is they think that, oh yeah, Mark's got everything, well, we just, he'll just do everything for me because he loves me. Once I put this coochie all over him, he'll be hypnotized. Well, you keep thinking that. I have a different outlook on relationships right now in my current age. But back then, I was a lot different. I was stupider and more gullible. But now, fuck that. If you ain't giving me 100%, then get out. That's how I feel. Sorry, not sorry. And everybody should have that mentality. Never downgrade yourself for nobody. Fuck that. Okay, Jada. I think it was you, Jada, that sent me a very nice message, and you gave me a donation saying that, I think it was you that said, I think it was last week, you sent me a donation, your token of appreciation and stuff like that. That was very nice. If that was you, I think that was you. Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank you for that. I said that when I do see you, I would thank you. So thank you for that. I very very much appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, Jesse, I know it was you. It was you in spirit. Yeah. Maybe I got the J's wrong. Jade, and Jesse. Yes, that's what it was. Yes, Jesse. It's okay. Okay, Jada, you said you want any advice and guidance from spirit when it comes to love. Oh boy. Love, baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. It's kind of weird now for me. Now that I'm 45, I find myself not giving a shit anymore. Whereas, before the age of 40, I was like trying to, like, be in a relationship, try and, like, try to go out with somebody or trying to date somebody. Like I always tried. I felt like I always tried. And then when I didn't try, like I felt like I should have tried, or like I let somebody slip away. And then I look at like my past three, you know, ex-girlfriends or acquaintances, I call them. They're all fucked up too. They're all in like, they're either divorced, cheating, or they're lost in the matrix. So I say to myself, well, I didn't lose anything, they lost me. So we put ourselves in that mentality that we are their loss, just to build our confidence up. And I think that that's good for us, but do it in a humble way, not in a conceited way, obviously. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I'm paying you no mind. I'm just waiting for your wedding so I can eat some damn cake. Hurry up. Hurry up and get married so I can eat some damn cake, woman. Hurry up. Tell that guy put a ring on it. I'll dance at your wedding. I'll do the cha-cha. All right. Yes, Jada. All right. Let's see what we got for you. Yeah, whatever. You wish. Yeah, through God's eyes. God's saying, yeah, I want to eat cake too, damn it, hurry up. Give me a second here. I just gotta eat that. All right, cool. You can close that. All right. First of all, Jada, are your parents still alive right now? I'm trying to figure out who this couple is. Like I see a couple in spirit for you, like a man and a woman. Like the man is taller than the woman. Could be your grandparents or it could be your real parents. Because I see both. I see alive and passed away. But like the guy is taller than the woman significantly. And like those are the people that I see in spirit that could be dealing with you or helping you. Yeah. But what spirit wants you to know is, yeah, it could be. I just see like a couple in the background that's helping you, like a man and a woman. But the man is like taller than the woman. Jada, what I do get here is spirit says continue to be sincere, continue to be you, continue to be the good woman that you are, continue to have sincere interest in your family, in your friends, in your job, in your life, and in other people, right? Continue to be friendly, continue to be, loving, caring, because that's what people want you. Like that's what you should be, not what people want you to be, right? Don't change who you are. They want you to continue to be that person. Express yourself, more. If you do express yourself, great. But if you want to express yourself more, you can. And they want you to. You might meet a mature, responsible guy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. He might be the same age as you, or maybe a year or younger or two younger. Like, he might be a little, or just have young energy. He's a very dependable person. He's a very capable person and organized. He's very hardworking. So you could be meeting this person soon. the thing is, try not to live in like a fantasy world in your mind. Like try not to overthink things and over picture how things are going to be, or who the person is, or what the person is going to do for you, and how your life is going to be. You know, just know that whatever you wish for can actually happen. You just got to believe that the wish will happen. All right. And whatever effort you put in, if you discontinue putting in the effort, then the universe is going to discontinue helping you. Spirit would discontinue helping you because they're like, oh, she gave up. So why are we going to sit here and help you then, Jada? If you're not going to continue to help yourself, how are we going to help you? That's what the advice is to continue to, you know, get something better in your life. Tolerate what's going on, you know, and move to wherever you have to do whatever you have to do, move to a higher level, you know, try and get over the disappointment. If you do discontinue putting in the effort, then it's not going to work. But if you discontinue previous plans that you know that wasn't working, then that's going to get you to your next step. That's going to get you in the boat with the oar, and you're going to move to the next section, the next part of your life. But you got to leave all the emotional things behind. Everything that makes you emotional, everything that makes you fear, get those things out of your mind, or else you won't go to where you need to go, and you won't be able to do what you need to do. But as far as like getting to the love sector, when you do find this guy or this guy finds you, like don't turn away from it. Don't it might be a task at first, but know one thing, that everything starts off a certain way and can end a certain way. But that's up to you. Hey Tristan, how you doing? So Jada, the message here and the advice here from Spirit and from what I see here in the cards is don't discontinue putting in the effort. Continue to put in the effort. Continue to do what makes you happy. Continue to like get your wishes and your goals and your plans, but make plans that are realistic. Do things that are realistic and continue to be the person who you are. Don't change for nobody. You don't even have to change anything about you. People already look at you as this sincere, decent person with meaningful expressions, and loving and caring and things like that. So the problem isn't you. There is no problem unless you discontinue putting any effort into yourself and what you're doing in your daily life. That's the whole thing. But I do see a guy around you. You might already know him. He works hard. He could be working at your job where you work. Could be a work colleague, somebody that has their eye on you. Right when you said that, I said it. Right when you asked that question, I answered it. So the person you could already know, yes. And this person is looking at you and saying, I can really deal with Jada, but I can deal with Jada, but I don't know, I don't know how she feels about me. She's very nice, she's cool, I like her, but I just feel like if I put in the effort, she might tell me no. I might say, yeah, we work together, fuck you, or you're not making any effort, so why should I deal with you? So I think that maybe this guy is like a slow moving type of guy. Like maybe you have to push the issue a little bit, or you could talk to them more and make them feel more comfortable. Maybe the guy is shy, or if he isn't shy, he needs some type of motivation. But Spirit's saying, don't discontinue putting any effort. If he stops saying things to you, it doesn't mean that he doesn't want you. he's just like trying to get feedback from you because he's one of those guys who, I've said it on here many times. There's people in the world who you have to say, you have to hold their hand and say, let's go across the street now. Come on, don't be afraid. There's a crosswalk. We'll press the button. The light will come on and say, it'll be a figure of a person that says green and it'll walk. Okay, let me hold your hand and take you across the street. It's okay, buddy. There's people like that we have to do that to, right? And there's other people who said, fuck this, I'm jaywalk. I don't give a shit about no damn button. I'm doing what I want. I'm going to cross the street. I don't give a shit. So maybe this guy is the type of guy that needs that little encouragement, you know? I wonder if Jada likes me. Hint, hint. You know? And if that's already happening, that's good. But I feel like he's a hardworking guy, mature, responsible. He's a good person. It's just that maybe he needs a little bit of persuasion, or maybe he went through like a breakup where he's like, you know, not putting in any effort into anything because he's been through shit and he's focusing on his life and his work. But he does view you in a good way, to answer your question. And spirit, as far as spirit, I see a man and a woman in spirit, and the guy's kind of tall and the lady's a little bit like a significant shorter than him. And the guy looks like he's at least 6 foot something. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but those are the two people I see in spirit that have your back. I don't know who they are, but those are the people that I see. Jada needs a shirt that says "Shoot your shot." Yes, okay. Why don't you make it for her? Yeah, you can shoot your shot, but he's a Virgo. Yeah. Well, Virgos are well, see, that's why I got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I got the Knight of Pentacles. So I think like I said, let me check. Let's do some tarot blackmail. Shh, don't tell nobody. Yeah, see, I pretty much got the same thing. Where he likes you. He thinks that you are a loving, friendly, kind person and you understand him. But you're not putting in any effort. So how can he, you know, it's hard to tell if he really likes you, but are you putting in the effort? That's the question. If you're not going to put any effort, then he's not going to know. No one's going to know. I never forget one time I was talking to this girl for a couple months and we became friends. I didn't think that she was interested in me at all because she never like, you know, flirted or anything like that. And neither did I. I kind of like was not really interested in her like that. And then when I started talking to someone else, she called me and said, "Oh, I can't believe you're with that girl. You know, I actually liked you, but you didn't even care." And I'm like, huh? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you never told me you liked me. We were just friends. I never, you know, you never said anything. Oh, you didn't either. I was like, well, that's why I'm with this chick and not you. Because you never said anything. And I wasn't really interested in you. But if you were, you should have said something. I would at least, you know, gave you some type of acknowledgement. Well, so my whole thing is closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're not going to say nothing, then nothing's going to be said. So I feel like he likes you, Jada. He likes you. I'm not rude. I'm just honest. Being honest is not rude. Okay, Jesse? I'm only rude to you. But I feel like he's uncertain, you know? he's very uncertain about what he wants or if he wants to come towards you, but he does look at you as the Queen of Wands, a nice, understanding woman. And I just keep getting something about work. So if he knows where you work, then he thinks that you have a good job and you're, a good person and all that yada yada stuff. Yeah, I know it sounded rude. I'm more. People always say I'm rude. I'm not rude. I'm just being honest. Okay, there you go. Because I still get a strong work-related situation. So that's why. See, you used to work together. There you go. So he still probably thinks about the work stuff, or he knows where you work, so he's like cool with that. But yeah, slide into his DMs, his divine mark. What does DM stand for, Jesse? Do you know? Tristan, my throat gets like that uh, because of the air conditioning. It kind of dries out my throat, but I'm okay. Yes, I know it means that. Dodo. I'm okay. I just clear my throat when I'm in the AC like that. It doesn't happen to me when I'm outside. It means direct mark. Okay, that's what it means. Dr. Mark or direct mark. Okay. I text him more, and I'm always the one coming to see him. Well, that's the thing. If you're doing all the work and he's like not doing as much, it doesn't mean that he doesn't like you. That's why I mentioned to you earlier that sometimes you really gotta, be the one that, makes the move, because if not, he's not gonna like do it unless he, has this like epiphany or something. I see he's very slow moving and he's very like indecisive. He doesn't, I think he's scared to tell you that he likes you or he wants to be with you. That's what I think. That's what I see in the cards, at least. But hey, he might change. That's what it could be. But I would say just keep working on the connection. You're welcome, Jada, and thank you too, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Hey, Mike, what's up, bro? Yeah, I know you spoke that. Yeah, I know what you said. I know. I heard. I heard, Jesse. Oh, God, help me. Well, Mike, you came back just in time because it's your turn. No, you don't. Mind your own damn business, woman. Okay. All right, Mike. You said you wanted to know about what her mom thinks about you. I was wondering, my wife's mother passed when she was 2. I was wondering if you can connect to her and see what she thought of me. All right. Well, hmm, let me ask you something before I do this. Her, your wife's father is still alive? That's the only question I need to ask before I do this. I'm trying to figure out what I'm seeing and what I'm dealing with. Because I think she has like this thing about um, bad men, or she's dealt with bad men in her life. Or I feel like her husband could have been a bad guy. Okay, he passed a few years ago. All right, so he's not alive. That makes more sense to me now then. Uh, your wife didn't know him, yeah. But what I'm saying is, I think that her parents, what I'm getting through this, right? What I'm getting is he is not really a good person, like the father. That's what I think she's trying to tell me. But as far as what she thinks about you, is she tried not to allow what happened with her and him. Right. Okay, so now this makes more sense to me because she's telling me that I had problems in my marriage, but you are not like that to her daughter. Like she thinks of you as a man who's a hero, who helps his wife, who helps, the kids and does things with the kids. She looks at you as a person who is like, you don't, you do whatever it takes to get things done, you know? And she thinks that you're a good family person, you're a good family man, you know. Wait a minute, you're saying, wait a minute, you're confusing me now. Yeah, her dad, her dad is not a good man, right? Yes. All right, listen. Her dad is not a good guy, but she thinks that you're a good guy. You take care of your family, right? You said I'm all what you said. So you're telling me that you're a bad guy? She thinks you're not as bad as her husband, put it that way. Because her husband is the person who's caused sadness in her life and the family life, right? And she thinks that also things are moving too slow or maybe um, things could be a little better, and she thinks that you can change more and do more things to change, right? Another thing is she's telling me is, now that you're at the age you're at, you, with the experience you have in family matters and family situations, she says that now that you know what you have a better understanding of how you can move forward, right? She thinks that you're a good person. You just have to, move forward and actually take the initiative to make things even better, which I feel like you want to do, but you have to do it in order to make things better. But I think that she admires the fact that, you know, you're trying to secure your family and you're bringing security to your family. She doesn't look at you in a bad way. I think that she also thinks that when you were younger, when you first met her daughter, you were probably a little bit, uh, rushing into things and wanting to do things in a brave and crazy way. And you were like into the unknown. You was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I have to do and get things done and with a dash of speed and go forth and do what I have to do. But I don't see nothing bad here. How she looks at you, how she feels about you. She just feels that maybe earlier you probably weren't the same person you was 10 years ago. But she does admire the fact that you change, right? So 10 years ago, you probably were a lot different than you are. I think everybody is, but I think that when you were younger, she kind of felt like you were going into like the unknown, like you were like, okay, this is fucking crazy. This crazy Michael, he's, with my daughter, but I guess it'll be all right in the end. She doesn't want you to like have any conflict with your wife or anybody. She doesn't want you to have conflict with other men. Like if you like argue with your friends or your father or your brother, or your son, try not to do that. Like try not to allow them to cause you any sadness, or try not to cause them any conflict. Or if you do have conflict with them, don't do any. She doesn't want she doesn't want you to deal with conflict. And she wants you to slowly change, partially change. She wants you to keep changing and end friendships with people who don't deserve your friendship. But she looks at you in a good way, though, not a bad way. She admires the fact that you love your kids and you keep your family, you're trying to keep your family together. That's the good thing. All right, Mike? She wants your experience to be, the key to you moving forward. If you've been through a lot and you've experienced things, she wants you to take those experiences and run with it. She wants you to be, on top of your game, and she wants you to do the right things. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what pretty much the message is she wants you to slowly bring it together, slowly making things happen. Like I told you earlier, don't rush your wife into doing anything. I know you want her back. I know like you're trying to help her, but the best thing to do is slowly and partially change the way that you look at things and how you deal with things. So that way it all pans out, you know. Try not to be so um like don't be persistent. Don't be persistent. And if you are being persistent, like try to hold back a little bit. Try to to change that too. Go move slow. Don't be impatient. What's your zodiac sign, Mike? You're a Leo, no wonder. Yeah. You mofos are the most impatient people ever. I can see your impatientness. Be patient, bro. Take it from me. Be patient and just like let everything slowly. I know it's fucking hard, bro. I know it's hard. And I know you want shit done yesterday. Because that's the Leo way. You want shit done now. You want everything to go back to normal. You want everything to happen today. But you can't do that. And that's what her mom's saying too. You gotta slowly and partially make your way there. Once you get there, you'll thank yourself for being patient. That's why she keeps telling me you gotta go with your old experiences. What did rushing into things get you? You got everything fucked up, right? So when you are patient, and when you are patient, things slowly and partially change the way it should be. You can't rush shit that's gotta be rushed. So slowly make it slowly and partially change the way you think and the way you do things. The more patience you have, the better the outcome will be. So this is all in your hands, Mike. Mike, it's all in your hands, bro. You just gotta, let it all unfold on its own. Don't pressure anything. Don't anticipate anything. Just let it all pan out on its own. Be supportive, and be patient. That's the main thing. All right, bro. Yeah. Oh, there you go. See? If you can't right now, then be patient and just know. But see, that's the thing, Mike. If she wants you to come to her, you want her to come to you, you know, you both want your way, but something's gotta happen in order for you guys to be together. And I feel like this month you'll figure it out, and next month it'll all work out. But you have to be patient, bro. In order for these things to happen, right now, that's what the energy's telling me. That's what it is right now as of October 1st. That's what the energy is. But if you change that energy and start fucking around and start being impatient and start demanding shit, then it's all gonna go back downhill. So allow things to just happen and be patient. That's all I can suggest. I know it's hard. I know you're going through a lot, and just when we go through things like that, best thing to do is slowly make the changes. Because once you start rushing into shit, it's gonna all backfire again. You know. I know, man. I know it's hard. I wouldn't want to be going through what you're going through right now, but I wish you all the best and just keep praying. That's what makes things better. You pray and just stay positive and patient. The three P's: pray, positive, and be patient. That's all you got to think about. It's the P's, not the other P word. That'll come eventually. All right. You'll be all right, bro. Just stay on that positive vibe. You'll be all right. Take care of your daughter, and everything will be all right. Leave it all in God's hands, man. You're welcome, Mike. No problem, and thank you. Jesse, you want a message for being a pain in the ass? It's already 12:30 in the morning here, so I'm gonna get out of here soon. Right after this. You want a message? Yes, please. Okay. At least you said please. Tristan, you want a message too? Okay. At least you said please too. At least you're not a pain in the ass like Jesse. Oh my God. See, every time I try to pull cards for Jessie, the cards go everywhere. It's trying to tell me that, her energy is scattered. Her brain is scattered. Ain't nothing changed. Hey, well, maybe it's a sign, Tristan. All right, Jesse. This card came out earlier today. This is your see you, that's you, look, the mermaid. See the mermaid? That's you flying, going through the water. Mermaid and jellyfish. See, you're right. You actually are a mermaid, see? It is a tree. That's the actual thing of the card, see? That's the emblem of the card. I'm talking about the damn mermaids in the background, woman. All right, your card says, know thyself. It's the most important task you have. Know thyself. It's the most important task that you have. It's super relevant if it's not me. Yeah. Well, there you go. It's good to I always do the same thing, Tristan. I always go around listen to people, talk to people. I like to associate with other psychics, other people, talk to people, make friends. Some people are really whack and don't know what the hell they're talking about. But I try to stay humble and try to stay quiet and not diss, the fake ones too much. All right, Tristan. Okay, your card, Tristan, has lightning in it. Jesse's have mermaids and jellyfish. Yours has lightning, and it's a tree there too. And it says, avoid hateful thoughts as they are just hurtful as physically striking someone. Avoid hateful thoughts as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. So try not to think of any type of hate or any type of negativity, because that might, it might make you feel like you want to slap the crap out of somebody. I know it's hard sometimes that we look at somebody or somebody that's done us wrong. We have these thoughts about them, like, yeah, I wish that you get karma today, you son bitch. Or, I hope you fall on your face when you leave, or, things like that we might say. But your words are going to be very powerful, especially if they're hateful. So sometimes when we say something, like, in a hateful way about somebody, it actually happens. That's what that card means to me. You're welcome. So Tristan, don't be putting no karma on anybody unless they really deserve it. Yeah, see? There you go. See, when you say from your guides, right? See, I don't see, that's the thing. When you say guides, Like, what are you actually saying? Like, you want to speak to somebody in spirit, or you're trying to like speak to somebody specifically? I don't really call them like gods. I call them spirits or people that you actually know. But I can channel those type of things. Yes. If you're meditating and trying to reach them and you can't, the best thing to do is to get a picture of the person you want to reach. And I suggest taking their picture and talking to them through the picture. And then if you want to like a specific message from them, ask them to come to you in their in your dreams. Well, that's the thing. If you don't know who they are, then they might be spirits that are fucking around with you, or they could just be people that, you really and truly don't know. But usually, the spirits that are around us in a positive and good way are the ones that we actually know. So, for instance, if your best friend died and they died 2 years ago, your best friend's probably still around you. Or if your mom or your dad or your grandmother, grandfather, siblings, somebody who you're close with, those are the people who is around you. But if you absolutely know no one in spirit, no one that you know that you loved and cared about, then it's got to be people that you don't know, obviously, which could be, you know, obviously people that are older, like grandparents, great grandparents, ancestors, things like that. But do you see them, or do you like, you know, hear them? That's the question. Do you see them or hear them? Or you just want to know if you have those people around you? Well, no one's gonna be around you, Jesse, because you don't want them to be around. That's the thing. We have to want them around too. Well, if you don't hear anything, then that's a good thing, because that means it's not gonna play on your mind. You feel them, yeah. Yeah, of course, we all do. We all do. But mm, well, I mean, not necessarily. I don't really need a name, because I don't go by names. I just go by like what I see, and I describe the person pretty much. But sometimes I get names. I did my last mediumship reading. I actually got a name, which was weird. But you can say the person's name and then I can check. That's how I do it too. So yes, to answer your question, yeah. Crazy ass. Yeah, I can try to connect with her and get a message. Yeah. No, I mean, they can make you. They can get you to that crazy point. That's why I asked you: are you actually hearing them or seeing them? Because sometimes, like for instance, if you know the woman, and like you see her in your visions and stuff like that, or you dream about them and you talk to him, then that's different. You're not crazy. You're actually talking to a person that you actually knew. I wouldn't say you're crazy. It's a part of life. Spirits are real. Yeah, and the reason for that, because maybe there's a reason for that. Yeah. Well, that's what they do. They point at things. So, does this woman have short hair? I wish they would. That would be nice. Where they can make bills disappear. Spirits aren't like that. That's just movie spirits. The woman that I see has short hair and she's wearing a dress, right? And she says that everything that you're doing depends on you. And she's actually smoking a cigarette and she's sitting down. She's sitting at a table. She actually looks pretty serious, but like she's that's who I see. Is a woman in a dress smoking a cigarette at a table. She's got short hair. She looks kind of classy looking. Um, but at the same time, she's telling me that you should be doing more and focusing more on what you're actually trying to focus on. Like you need more energy, put more energy and effort into what you want to do in life. Maybe you're like blah and you don't know where you're going and what you're doing, and like you don't really have like the self confidence or the oomph, you know? Um, yeah, I would say brown skin. I could actually smell like cigarette smoke now, and I can't stand it. Ugh, and nobody's smoking. I had to smell my own fingers for a minute. Yeah, I mean, it could be. No, no, that's fine. But like I said, she's the person that I see, and that's what she told me, that you may not be doing what she would like you to do or what you're supposed to be doing. So that's why, things aren't clear. So you have to ask yourself right now, am I really doing what I want to do and I'm supposed to be doing? Like, do I really have my focus on my life right now? And if you don't, then that's why the messages aren't clear. Because spirit if you're not doing what you're capable of doing, then they don't really come in, running into you and be like, "Oh yes, my precious granddaughter or my precious Tristan, you're doing so wonderfully." Because when you are doing really good, that's when they appear more clearly, or they appear in your dreams, or they actually, you have more synchronicities happen, more things happen, saying that, well, that's why I'm asking you the question. If you don't get it, what do you don't get about that? Like, for instance, let's go down the list. In your career right now, in your job, are you doing what you are capable of doing, or do you feel like you can do more? If you own your own business, are you just sitting off at home waiting for work, or are you like actually going out there, putting yourself out there? Okay. So you have a really, really good job and you're traveling the world. Okay. So what is your biggest desire? Have you been to Bermuda yet? But it feels like they want me to leave and do more. I just want to be happy, honestly. Well, what do you define as happy? What will make you happy right now? Or you just left Switzerland, or you're way over the other side? Yeah. So you just said it right there. I want to be happy, honestly. So you have to ask yourself right now. Oh, there you go. See, now you're answering your own questions. This is what the message is. See, you want a family, I guess, and good friends. So that's the thing. If if you want that, then she's willing to help you with that. But are you really, if that's gonna make you happy, that would make me happy too. You know, that'll make a lot of people happy. But the thing is are you putting effort into that? Are you like, giving anyone a chance to be the person that you make a family with or have a family with? Are you depending on your family? Are you helping your family? Do you want a family? Yes. Okay. Well, what are you doing to get that goal? See, that's what they mean. Is you may have a good job and all that shit. So do I, but I want a family too. And most people do. Want something more. If they have a good life, they always want something else. There's always something that we want, right? But whether or not we want it or need it is a whole nother ball game too. But that's what spirit's trying to tell you is at the end of the day, she can only help you if you help yourself get to that point. Okay. So because you tried to help them and you disconnected them. No, I don't think so, because that's not what makes you happy. See, if you've already tried to help them, but they're toxic and you had to disconnect from them, then that was probably a good thing. You see what I mean? But what the message is from her is, in order for you to be happy, you want a family and you want good friends. So work on that part of your life. You see? So if you go through the next 5 years and you don't try to date anyone, or you fend off a person or a guy or whatever, I mean, if you got a really good job and you're traveling, I'm sure you meet guys. I'm sure you meet people, but are you really like willing to do it? That's the thing. Now, your grandmother, if if her daughter, which is your mother, if they had a great relationship, then it probably bothers her that you don't, you disconnected from your mom, if you disconnected from your mom. But if you're cool with your mom, which is her mom, which is your grandmother, then it shouldn't be an issue. But if you're doing something right now in your real life that your grandmother would not approve of if she was alive, then that's why it's the connection with her is faint. Because spirit still, knows what you're doing and what you're saying and what how you're acting. So if they don't like what you're doing right now, then that's probably why they don't come through. She looks like medium size, like not she's not thin or big. She's in between to me. Thick but not thin. I don't see a thin person. I see like you know, a decent size, a medium sized woman, like a large, not a huge woman. But that's the thing. Spirit can also show you what they want. They can show you at a good part of their life, or they can show you at a bad part of their life. But from what I see a woman at a dress, but she's sitting down. So I don't see her standing up. I see her sitting down at a table. So I can't really see her figure. But from what I see right now, she looks like a medium-sized woman. Large, whatever. But not like huge. But that's just it. You have to do what's best for you. But anyway, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. I've been on here for like almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna go and get some sleep. I'll be back on tomorrow at some point. Um, and I'll do more questions and answer more things and stuff like that. All right, Tristan, thank you. I appreciate it. And you too have a good night. Just think about all the things I said, And if you have a picture of her, like look at the picture and ask her to help you. All right, that's my suggestion. Is to like ask her for help. Look at her picture and say, "Hey, grandma, look, help me out. Like I'm gonna need to understand things." You can talk to spirits, not a problem. She's gonna listen. If you're already feeling it, it's because they want to help you, but you gotta like, get the ball rolling type of thing. Just ask her to come to you in your dreams. All right. All right. Good night, Tristan. Good night, Jesse. Good seeing you. And I'll be by tomorrow. Mwah. Take care.